Hello wildflowers, and welcome to midsummer in my far-flung corner of the world, a sleepy Australian town on the edge of a vast wilderness. Here there's nothing but eucalyptus forest, red earth, and a storm-ravaged coast for miles in each direction, just the way we like it. It is enchantingly quiet here, almost transcendental. One of the sweetest gifts of time in nature is this blissful parenthesis of solitude that my artist's heart craves. I don't belong in the busy world of man, caged in by concrete, plastic and steel, tormented by artificial light and the repetitive hum of machines. How could I? I'm a wildflower like you. As the solstice approaches and a new year dawns, I can sense the veil thinning. It feels otherworldly here, in that liminal space between the realms, between two chapters. In truth, I feel somewhat lost in the aftermath of a year that demanded so much of me, of my inner strength, my resolve, my creativity. It was a year that kept pushing me ever forward, past every limit and far beyond my comfort zone, but always towards a brighter future. Do you feel the same about the year that was? I dream that in the new year, we can all settle down, breathe a collective sigh of relief and embrace more softness, more slowness. Is it possible? It dawned on me recently that being alone in nature is a soothing sensory experience for an atypical brain. I can feel the breeze on my skin and the softness of the grasses between my fingers. I can smell the scent of the kunzea and the eucalyptus on the air, hear the cry of the black cockatoos, those majestic sky gods as they soar overhead. The language of Mother Earth is so gentle, so sublime, that 1,000 words could not describe what is written in a single gust of wind. Out here, I dissolve into light. I suppose we have lingered here long enough, dear wildflowers, and you are all eager to see some Christmas crafting and kitchen witchery. So let's say goodbye to the bush fairies for now and head back to the cottage to make a start on the table decorations. Because being creative and cozy at home is another wonderful way to embrace the good life. It's a pretty nice sensory experience too. You may recall last year's gift guide episode where I introduced the concept of frugal hedonism, the art of living more while spending less. Once again, I'm tasked with the challenge of making Christmas feel special without spending a fortune. So I scrounged up this colonial cottagecore table and chairs from a house for sale down the street and scoured the local thrift stores for crystal platters, candlesticks and wine glasses. Next, I sewed my own tablecloth and napkins with some sale fabric from the local craft basket. That's another way I love to keep Christmas simple and frugal. By shopping local, if at all possible, I choose to buy from small businesses and local artisans because I know how much it means to them. It keeps the spirit of handmade things alive, and I like to believe that what goes around comes around. I wanted to stick to a colour palette of burgundy, gold and white, classic Christmas colours that reminded me of the Australian bush and, of course, my beloved Victorian novels. I rather fancy it's giving Little Women and Anne of Green Gables. What do you think? As I set the places for our Christmas Day guests, made fanciful with thrift store ribbon and giant glitter gum nuts, I couldn't help but feel a wave of gratitude at the thought of another childhood dream realised. A magical day spent with family, new and old, near and far, just as I'd always imagined. As the wheel of the year turns, we make precious memories with those we love, little sparks of light on the journey of life, moments in time never to be repeated, but always to be remembered. Now that the table is set, it's time to pop on my apron and whip up some edible Christmas magic. Cooking is one of my favourite forms of spellcraft. That's right, everything you bring to life with loving kindness and intention, formed by your own two hands, imbued with the spirits of homegrown herbs and flowers, fruits and vegetables, is in itself a kind of love spell. With a little imagination, you can almost see the flow of energy from the plants, your hands and your heart whenever you are cooking. It's a practice most cunning folk have been doing since the first families gathered around a fire. An ancient enchantment, if ever I saw one. As always, I'll pop this brown butter cinnamon snowflake recipe up on Patreon as a printable for your witchy cookbooks, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we did. A spiced cranberry punch with a cinnamon sugar rim and a splash of sweet muscat to complete the table, and we're all set. Now we're actually going to repeat the festivities all over again on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but I don't see any problem with 3 serves of smashed baked potatoes in 1 week. Do you? Thank you so much for joining us for this cosy cottage Christmas lunch. I so hope you enjoyed it. And that's a wrap for the Rambling Rose this year. I am so grateful for all your orders, comments, gifts, messages and support on Patreon. You really help keep this channel alive. I can't thank you enough. I would love to hear from you in the comments which episode resonated most with you this year and what would you like to see more of. I'd be ever so grateful for your feedback, as it was always my wish for this channel that it be heartwarming, inspiring and good for the soul, and I really hope I've accomplished that. Until the new year, I shall leave you with an Irish blessing. May you always walk in sunshine. May you never want for more. May angels rest their wings right beside your door.